Hello and welcome back to our tutorial. Today we're gonna try to understand the groups that D3 is giving us. Um, I didn't mention that before, but one thing that is a big minus in D3 um, in SVG shapes basically is that we cannot insert uh, one shape into the other. Like we're doing in normal HTML, you can put, I don't know, a table into a div or a span into a div or stuff like that. In D3, we have this limitation, but they did resolve that by giving us the groups. And today we're going to try to understand how to use groups and work with them. So we've stopped at the area chart that we learned before, and I'm gonna clear some of the things in here. Let's do it like that. Go back to black, and I wanna add to my area. You can see that the lines are straight lines, right, from one point to the other. I'm gonna, first of all, I wanna try to add filling, attr, um, to remove the filling, basically, to be none, like that. And of course, stroke, uh, sorry, attr of stroke to be uh, black, and also attr stroke width to be 1. Saving that, refresh. Okay, so we have this nice uh, empty chart with no filling. I want to put dots on each point of this chart. So let's do it like that. Go back. Okay, so SVG dot select all circle. Sorry, circle like that. I want to give that the data that my chart is using, which is the data array, like that. And of course, enter and append circle. Okay, like that. And now our attributes, attr, you probably remember that, and if not, that's how you do that. Circle gets cx, cy, and radius. The radius will give it a 2 because I want it to be small dots in here, and the x and y's are basically um, the ones that I'm using in the chart itself. So we just need to take our x value from here and our y value, y1, from here. Save that, go back to our chart, refresh. Okay, you can see our small dots in here. Great. So now I want to do uh, uh, the next thing I want to do is basically to multiply those charts. I want, I don't know, let's say 5 or 6 of them with a different curve method. Right now we didn't define any curve to our chart, but you'll see how we can multiply them without copy and paste, our code with using of loop of JavaScript like you're probably familiar with. So let's go back. Okay, so first thing that we need is to create a group that we are going to use. So let's create it over here. Let's say vart grp and say svg dot append, and over here G stands for group, and attr, we are using something new in here, which is transform, and you'll understand that in a few seconds. And the attribute for transform is translate with 0, 0. Now I'll explain what is the meaning of that. So transform is basically an attribute that allows us to move, to shift a group, entire group, what's inside the group, to a specific position by taking x and y from here. Right now it's set to 0, 0, but we'll do that um, dynamically in a few seconds. But this is the meaning of what we've done in here. And the next thing that we need to do is, instead of appending our path and circles, dots and chart to the SVG, we are appending it to our group. So let's do it like that. I'm saving it, going back to my page, refresh. So I've refreshed, nothing has changed, but let's take a look inside our DOM. So in SVG, now we have G with 0, 0 in here. And inside G, we can see what we've got before, which is the path itself and a few circles, 12 circles for each and every dot. Okay, so that was part one. And now after we've put inside a group everything we want, we will try to um, multiply our groups to see some different shapes of curves. So in order to do that, we are going to add a new um, array. Let's call it CRV for curve um, types, and I've opened squared brackets, and in here I'm gonna set my curve types. So curve cardinal, we saw that before. We need also D3 dot curve basis and D3 curve linear, and D3 curve step, and 1, 2, 3, 4. What I've missed. Okay, we have D3 dot curve natural, and last one is linear. We've done bundle, D3 curve bundle, like that. Okay, so those are 6 types of curve, and what I need is to change over here curve, and instead of giving it D3 curve cardinal, I want it uh, to be like that. Oh, before 1 second, before doing that, I need to create a loop for, we need a var, let's say I equals 0, I is smaller than 6 for the 6 types that we've set in here, and I plus plus, like that, taking everything inside the loop, like that. I'm gonna move it a bit inside. Okay, right now we have it in here, and now I can define curve to be CRV types I, like that. Okay, saving that. One thing that we are going to need is before going to our page, we need to add for the circles, we need to add a class. The reason is, as we saw before at the part that I've explained, at the video that I've explained on circles, um, we want the each time, um, I mean, in each iteration of the loop, I wanted to select the right group of circles and not select every time the same group of circles. So in order to do that, we are using class attribute like that, and class will be, sorry, will be something that I want to change dynamically. It's going to get D and I like that, curly brackets, and I want to return um, uh, let's say grp circle plus I, like that. So each time the class will be grp circle 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in here, instead of instead of selecting circle, I want it to be like that, and grp select circle dot grp circle and plus I, like that. So each time it's going to select the specific group of circles that I want. Okay, I save that, and I'm going back to my page. I'm refreshing it, and let's see what we've got in here. So right now we have 6 SVGs, and it's not what I've meant. So let's try to fix that. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm taking this one out of the loop. Oops, sorry, like that. Okay, and saving it. Okay, let's go back in here, refreshing it. Okay, so what we've got in here, let's take a look at the DOM. We have SVG, one SVG, and inside we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. In each group, we can see that we have a path and a group of circles. But the problem is that they are all sitting one on top of the other, and I want to separate them to see them in more on the entire page. As you remember, I've said that translate 00 will draw our path, our group, sorry, at 00 position, and I want it to be shift from one from the other. So I'm gonna change the x value in each iteration. So let's go back and do that. But before doing that, I've noticed that I've done something that can cause a problem. I've used I um, in the loop, but also inside of those functions. So I'm gonna change that to be, I don't know, let's say t and t in here also. This should be t, and I missed something. Yeah, in here, t in here. T as well, like that. Okay, so now we have those T. Okay, and also I'm gonna remove the curve bundle because area don't know how to get curve bundle, and reducing that to 5. Going back, refresh. Okay, now we have those 5 groups, sorry, and I want to move them like I've said before. So I want to play with the x value. So instead of using 0 in here, I'm going to use um, I'm going to use I, sorry, not I, t times 220. Let's see what we are getting in here. Okay, maybe let's do it a bit wider. Okay, so now we have 5 groups. Each group is on a different position, 0, 270, 540, 810, and 1080, like that. And you can see that each curve is a bit different. This is the first one, which is cardinal. The second one is basis, linear. That's the first one that we've got. And then step and natural. And you can see that the dots are placed at the same position in each iteration, but for each curve, it behaves a bit differently. And that is what we try to achieve. Obviously, what we see in here is for the area chart, but you can do that also for lines and stuff like that, linear charts and stuff like that. But now I want to try to play with the groups and show you the big benefit of groups other than moving them, the X and Y like we've done in here. I can play with class. So first of all, I want to declare a class names. So let's say grp plus t that we've got, like that. Let's save that, refresh, and you can see that each group now has a different class name. Okay, but if I'll go to CSS, I can now play with grp, uh, one second, g.grp, let's say 3, because I want to change uh, grp3, I want to change his circle, and it's g.grp 3 path. And also I want to change only the g.grp4 path, but not the circles. And I want to give them a stroke uh, to be um, not yellow because we won't see that, but let's say orange, and fill to be none, like that. And saving that. Oh, and obviously with stroke width to be 3, like that. Let's see what it will give us. Refresh. Okay, so 3 and 4 are now a bit different. In here, you don't see any change in the DOM, but 3 got from our class, it got the stroke and the dots to be in orange. And in here, I change only the stroke to be in orange. And I can still play with that and say, in here, I want g.grp0 circle to be also in orange, and that's what we've got. So we can play with our groups in one place. It's very clean, and we didn't have to manipulate the code itself over here. That is the big benefits of the group option. So thank you for joining me to this part of the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and by that getting more updates when the next parts of this and other tutorials will be released. Um, Thank you again for joining me, and have a great day. Bye bye.